Bethesda and Zenimax teams have been building what are arguably some of the biggest and most anticipated games from Western studios. Starfield, the next big space RPG, is about to be showcased and released by the year end. But there are a few more major projects coming from Bethesda that are further along than we thought. This is Colteastwood. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to take a look at some leaks and insider information about Bethesda's games, including Starfield, and a look into Elder Scrolls 6. If you end up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new content, and let's look at what Bethesda has cooking and coming very soon. Bethesda has 10 studios working on games right now, and most of them are going to be exclusive to the Xbox platform. A listing worth a look has leaked online by a few insiders and deep divers into the studio's work, but many of them are years out and unconfirmed. Starfield is just weeks away from a full reveal, and recent leaks have materialized from a supposed former Bethesda Softworks developer that had some compliments and concerns over the build and gameplay features of Starfield. They said, "The engine isn't great and I don't like the feel of flying. That's just a person's opinion. Again, that's to me, you may love it, so it's hard to say. I'm really interested in knowing what some of you guys will think about the game in general. Very, very curious." These quotes were taken from a forum that were verified by a writer for Bloomberg, saying that you don't like the feeling of flying. Flying in games made to explore don't always feel especially amazing when the game engine is made to embark on foot and most gameplay happens controlling the character. The creation engine has been massively overhauled to bring a Skyrim and Fallout experience to interplanetary levels, and we can only compare the feel of flying from one planet to another in games like the ever-evolving No Man's Sky, with its floaty takeoff and swaying flight from one destination to the next. Games like Everspace or Chorus handle flight combat and traversal well, but nothing is like Starfield, which allows you to move across the landscape on foot or behind the flight controls of a SpaceX NASA punk ship. And all of this is happening as Bethesda stretches the absolute limits of the Creation Engine 2 on what may be its last generation. The developer in question continues, "I'm particularly speaking to the usability of the engine, not the capability of it. Those are two different things. The engine is a piece of crap. Starfield is looking good. Weekly Thursday playtests since the beginning of 2021, and more stuff is coming online. Shooting feels alright. Flying is terrible at the moment in my opinion. It's just not fun to me." Close quote. Bethesda has shown a bevy of painted concept art, while some particularly underwhelming unfinished screenshots in engine had many wondering if Bethesda can make Starfield look next gen. The 2020 trailer looks incredible, but Bethesda has the obligation to make an immersive, far-reaching RPG that few, if any, games ever achieve. The graphics for Starfield have promise even with an aging creation engine. The former developer described it this way: "Lighting and stuff is looking better and better, though it's not on the level of Horizon Forbidden West or anything like that. It's still a good-looking game." Strange to see a comparison to a PlayStation exclusive, but this is taken as a watermark for visuals, as Guerrilla Games is top tier next to teams like Naughty Dog and the Coalition. More concerned with the actual gameplay, something that Bethesda has kept completely hidden and secret, and that big wow moment for the game reveal at Summer's Game Fest or the Xbox Showcase. They claim that shooting feels, quote, alright, and that is in line with what we should expect from Bethesda, knowing how Fallout 3 evolved into Fallout 4. They had Machine Games and id help the team hone in on the shooting mechanics, the feel and punch. Even for all of the gripes in Fallout 4's combat, gunplay does feel decidedly satisfying, accurate, and well improved. Expect Starfield to see a similar evolution into modern FPS shooting mechanics, feedback, and fun factor. Starfield will feature multiple factions, major settlements, and colonies to visit and set up your home base and many planets to explore. Skolzy, a Bethesda information miner, says that procedural generated environments mixed with photogrammetry, cultivated planet landscapes will offer a wealth of near endless quest locations, with Starfield using a hybrid of handcrafted quests bolstered by generated variety. The game is absolutely massive with a ton of content, and we can expect 50 to 100 hours for most Bethesda veterans. The former developer even explained that they expect to cut content with an overabundance of content, probably too much. So that's not the issue. Finding the fun and, of course, fixing bugs is the big thing. Starfield has been nearly complete for the past year, as Todd Howard and the team are fully confident in the 11/11/22 release date, and have used the past several months to go into direct polishing phase and bring players an experience that feels brand new, lived in, and as stable as possible, with the entire galaxy as a target scope. Elder Scrolls 6 is a long-distance dream held by a 2019 trailer that passes over the fantasy landscape, and some wonder if this game will even see the light of day on this current console generation. New information has leaked that Elder Scrolls 6 has been in the works since late 2018 and is targeting a very realistic release date of 2025, which sounds as mystical as flying dragons, but this puts the game just about 3 years away, with Starfield launching in 2022. The creation engine is still around and very much a foundation even for Elder Scrolls 6, possibly being the final product to come from the creation engine before Bethesda moves to the Unreal or something new altogether. Skyrim was over 10 years old, and Bethesda Softworks has been planning the next Elder Scrolls, and rumors are pointing to it taking place in the region of Hammerfell. The region itself is extensive and mostly taken up by the desolate Alik'r Desert alongside grasslands and mountainous terrain. There are not many large settlements among the unwelcoming landscape in Hammerfell, but the hollow wastes do contain a few that are home to nomadic Redguards. The desert mainly contains the remnants of past civilizations, giving players opportunities to explore, as well as reminders of how dangerous that terrain is. Instead of concentrating on factions, Elder Scrolls 6 will be based on infighting with political systems, noble factions, and a mixture of tying these into who you marry. The family houses will matter or will be turmoil depending on who you are aligned with. The creative design of Elder Scrolls, much like we are seeing with Starfield, will place heavy emphasis on choice and alliance to create your own tailored conflict or allies. A surprise for Elder Scrolls 6 is the very famous dragons not making a front and center stage appearance in this iteration. Experts and leaks have pointed to dragons existing in the game in a very singular portion, but since the end of the Skyrim story, the dragons have gone into hiding. That all changed when the Dragon War started with the help of Kenareth and Parthunax. Alduin's older brother and second in command, ended in a Nord victory. The dragons soon became hunted, but by the time of Skyrim, they were all but extinct. This makes for more inventive and bigger creatures, new or returning to the series. Those that feel like 2025 to reveal or release of Elder Scrolls 6 can rest assured that it has been reported that Xbox Game Studios teams and resources have been allocated to help in support and development to get the game delivered this console generation. And Obsidian may have avowed an Elder Scrolls-like game ready to play in the next year to alleviate the wait for Bethesda's next big fantasy RPG. Bethesda is just one part of a bigger Xbox platform of studios, and 2 of their games alone are going to make a monumental impression on the gaming industry, with huge RPGs that keep players busy and talking for hundreds of hours. Bethesda will be showcasing Starfield in the coming weeks, letting us see the engine in action, the combat, the RPG mechanics, the setting, and the story that we will craft with each decision. Elder Scrolls 6 may seem like forever away, and the decade wait between the last one to this game seems impossibly long. But before we know it, they will be showcasing Elder Scrolls 6 in the next year or 2, and until then, Bethesda and ZeniMax are working on 4 to 5 new games in the interim. The games they create have always resonated with the world, give us more time and more stories to share with friends, and all of that is definitely worth the wait. This is Colteastwood. Thank you so much for checking out this video. It's been a strange time as we get so close to Xbox's big showcase event that they announced last week. Also, if you get a chance, check out Skullzy's interview on the XSC podcast. We talked in detail about all the leaks that you saw here, and what I did today was try to take some footage and different gameplay. I actually recorded some games that are very similar in scope and idea to Starfield and Elder Scrolls 6, so those are some of the things you saw so we could illustrate what to expect when these games are showcased and when we finally get to play them. If you ended up enjoying this video, let me know by liking and subscribing to the channel. Hit the bell to be notified of new weekly content. And if you want to support the channel and support what I'm doing here, you can join the channel membership below, or you can join the Patreon. Both of those, or either of those, will get you access to videos early before they go up and get you entered into monthly giveaways for merch on my channel. Also, if you want to check out more interviews and more discussion of the XSC podcast, you can do that by checking out the channel here at 5 p.m. on Mondays, or check it out on demand on Google, Spotify, and Pocket and Apple Podcasts. But I want to know what you think about Starfield, what you expect, how you think it'll be received, and are you able to wait for 3 more years to see Elder Scrolls 6. I feel like time is flying lately, and we're seeing these games come. Even though we've been waiting for a long time, they're so close. Let me know in the comment section, and while you're there, as always, please remember, be nice.